I would rank Gen 2. Which, to be fair, there are a lot fewer Pokemon. It's just from here to here. And there's going to be a few that we got to put into these areas, because we're not talking about them yet. So let's just do it. Where do I put Chikorita? I don't think Chikorita's quite a friend. I would say Chikorita's pretty awesome. Better than Aerodactyl. Bayleaf is awkward middle stage. It doesn't make any sense to me that we go from a green to a yellow to a green again. Not good. But I do like Meganium a lot. Nuzlocke will always make you appreciate certain Pokemon more than others. Cyndaquil is also very cool. Very cute. I think I like him more than Charmander. He's gatekept by Staryu. Quilava, right? He's just a guy. For some, one of the best. One of my favorites. Oh, where does Quilava go? I think Quilava's my second favorite so far. I don't know if I like him more than Lapras, though. And then Typhlosion? I think Typhlosion is just fine. I think I like Totodile more than Squirtle. I think I like him more than Poliwag. Croconaw sucks. And I've also decided getting rid of the burn them tier. Croconaw's bad. There's times I look at Feraligatr and I think he's cool. And there's other times where I don't think he's cool. I'm going to put Feraligatr below Moltres. Sentret, it's a lot. It's a weird design. It's a little bit of a weird design. I'm not crazy about it. But Furret. Look. Furret walk. I get it. But have you ever just considered that Furret is adorable? Like a perfect creature, really? I say that, and I've put them there. Hoot Hoot's always kind of funny, but to me, Noctowl's pretty cool. I love owls, and I think they pull off Noctowl pretty well. Staryu's a really good gatekeeper. I think I might have Staryu too low, actually. I'm gonna put Noctowl there. Lediba, Ledian, Crapgorps. That's all I gotta say. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Lediba's cute. I would say Lediba can go right there. Ledian has got some more character to him. And he can go below Magneton. He goes above Magneton. Spinarak, Ariados, I just don't care. I think Rhyhorn's down in the tier of extra don't care. Crobat. Just, I love Crobat. One of the most reliable Pokemon anytime you get your hands on one. It's kind of like Zubat and Golbat I give respect to. Chinchou, I think it's the eyes that kind of push him down a bit. I still think he's cute. And I do like Lantern a lot. I don't think I like him more than Starmie. I'm going to say real quick, the baby Pokemon that are, they evolve into a Pokemon that is weaker than, just weak. So, Pikachu, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, those don't need to be baby Pokemon. Especially because it's high friendship. But have you considered that Pichu is a precious baby? Have you considered that? But Cleffa and and Igglybuff. Cleffa I get a little bit more. And I think it's on that side of cute. I don't get Igglybuff. And Togepi's got the anime going for them. But again, I'm not crazy about Togepi. But I do again, not a ton, but I get Togetic because Togetic, and the Natu Xatu are easily friends. I love that Natu is just Xatu's head, and then Xatu's such an interesting Pokemon that might be peak. And Mareep, precious bean of a Pokemon. A perfect sheep. Perfect, precious, little baby sheep. Then we have Flaffy. Awkward middle stage. I like the colors. Ampharos is a top 5 Pokemon. One of my favorite Pokemon ever. I can't think of a time I've used Ampharos and it wasn't great. I like a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon, I'm realizing, because Blossom is another friend. Meryl, adorable. Don't want to say friend again. God. Comparatively, there's so many more Gen 2 Pokemon that I'm calling friends. But I do have to put Azumarill in peak. Out of respect. Because Azumarill is the best example of a Pokemon that improved through every game. Sudowoodo, another funny guy. That guy's goofy. I love him. Politoed is a friend. I love Politoed. What a precious, precious baby. of a frog. A little frog man. Also one of my favorite shinies. Hoppip's cute. Skiploom, probably my least favorite member, but I still acknowledge is cute. And then Jumpluff is like there. We're gonna have another friend. Because I, as a child, had a plushie of Apom. And they will forever have a spot in my heart because of that. Sunkern, I don't care. Right? And I can say the same thing about Sunflora. But the thing that disappoints me about Sunflora, what are we doing? Okay. Is they could have done something so cool. It is a sunflower, and sunflowers are huge. Like, the biggest flowers in the world. And they could have done something so, like, interesting with it. And they just made it a sunflower. We couldn't do anything cooler than that. Yanma. Very cool guy. He's a cool dragonfly. He's awesome. And now we have Wooper. Slight spoilers for later. So I kind of like Wooper. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time. And then there's Quagsire, who I don't think quite makes peak. He's a friend. Espeon. Maybe my favorite evolution? Pokemon Coliseum. Black 2. A lot of stuff has helped Espeon remain as one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. And Umbreon's pretty cool. I don't have the personal attachment in the same way that I do with, like, with Espeon, you know? Murkrow is rad. I do like him a lot. Murkrow is a friend. Slowking. I think he makes it into the upper echelon of awesome here. A calming demeanor about him. And Mischievous is a friend. There's so many. Unknown is so hard to rank because I think conceptually they're like, you know what? Okay, here's the thing. Unknown has a ton of potential and Game Freak tapped into none of it. They could have done something so cool and they didn't. I'm going to choose to say, you know what? I'll create my own fan theories. I like Unknown conceptually. Who I don't like conceptually is Wobbuffet. This face pisses me off. I mean, I know what he does in the anime. And it's like, I get it. He's fun. But he pisses me off because of what he does to me in Nuzlocke. I've always had a soft spot for Girafarig. It's such a weird design. And it works really well. Pineco should not be this low. Should not be a Pokemon that I have this much visceral hatred towards because it's a fucking pine cone. Ridiculously lazy. And its 3D sprite looks god-awful, and it just makes me really, really mad. And then Fortress, I just don't care. Dunsparce, I think we kind of have to... I think Sudowoodo deserves to be up here as well. I think we kind of have to, you know, acknowledge that there's... I think Dunsparce takes the bottom of awesome and is the gatekeeper. Gligar's sick. He's like a little gremlin. I love him. Steelix is badass. There is an alpha Steelix that's roaming around Legends Arceus. He's fucking huge, and the red eyes are terrifying. I know I keep putting him further down. Snubbull and Gramble. I hate these two. These are another duo that I can't stand. I think they're both bad. I think Snubbull's worse. No, I just remembered Gramble's animations in Coliseum are god-awful. Quillfish makes me laugh. Simply for how good he is in games. How many things he could do. Scizor. Like, I don't know if I love Scizor or if the world has made me love Scizor. So it's kind of one of those things where I kind of have to balance. Do I have to explain?
Don't fuck with Shuffle!
And then we got Heracross, who is peak Pokemon. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time. One of my favorite bugs of all time. Sneasel's pretty badass as well. I don't think as much as Starmie. Maybe less than Staryu as well. Better than Unknown. Yeah. But not as cool as Starmie. And then Teddiursa is just cute, right? He's just cute. I don't, like, not much more you can say. It's just a cute Pokemon. Ursaring's pretty rad. big scary bear. I think with just how much Ursaluna is exactly what it needed to be, I think Ursaring's fallen a little bit on my list, but I still think he's pretty awesome. I still think he's like pretty cool, you know. I think I'm gonna change this to like pretty cool. Yeah, from like here down is fine. They just took it's a slug, and it's slug and magma. He's great. I think I have to put him in friends. I kind of love him. And Macargo conceptually is actually very cool. When you break down what Macargo is, he's pretty awesome. And Swinub is cute, but for some reason, as of late, Swinub's kind of fallen on my list, and I don't like it's the hump on Pile of Swine. I actually like Corsola a decent amount. I would say that they're awesome. Remoraid is, I think, just bad because it's a boring ass fish and it's supposed to be a gun. Octillery I wish was cooler, but I'll give it to him. That he is pretty awesome. But the fact that this was supposed to be a gun, so Delibird would be a funny guy. Knowing the tail, knowing the bag is a tail, is his tail, it's kind of weird. Oh my god, I love Mantine. Mantine is absolutely one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Skarmory's so fucking rad. Houndour, I just don't care. And Houndoom, I'll give it to is pretty cool, but it's like, I'm not crazy about Houndoom. I don't know if Kingdra breaks into friends, and I don't know if I like him more than Gligar, but I do like him more than Seadra, so Kingdra's gonna go there, but I'm pretty confident there's gonna be like stuff between them. I should think Phanpy is cuter, but I will place them there. And then Donphan, he rolls into a wheel. Like, it's objectively pretty cool, right? Like, it's objectively kind of awesome. I think I mentioned it. Porygon, low awesome. Porygon 2, in the middle of awesome. I think Stantler's just bad. I think Smeargle's funnier than Shuckle. I think I have to put Cocoon in awesome the more I think about it. I think I'm over analyzing Pinecone. Put him back there. But I hate Tyro. You did not need a baby for the fucking Hitmons, and he's just a small person. Why? Hitmontop is fun. I do like him a lot. Why? Just why? I don't like Elekid, and I don't like the fucking prongs. I do like Magby. I think he's pretty cute. I like him more than Beedrill. Why is the cow standing? I think that's the worst part. Why is the cow standing? So I say Blissey is below Chansey. Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. I guess Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. I think Raikou's pretty badass. Better than Jolteon. Sabertooth, fucking lightning beast. Yeah, he's awesome. And Entei, I like him. I don't think I like him as much as Raikou. And I think the theory. So by that logic, Suicune has to go there. Suicune is up there, but I don't think Suicune's that high. Maybe more than Eevee. More than Eevee. Larvitar, I think, is... Pupitar, I don't care. And then Tyranitar is a friend. Like, he's a scary-ass friend. But he's a friend. Below Poliwag. And now the first box legendaries. And right off the bat, I have to give both of them the respect. They're peak Pokemon. I just have to figure out where they go in peak Pokemon. Ho-Oh is probably there below Xatu. I'm going to say Lugia is right below Suicune, but I do like Suicune a little bit more. And that brings us to Celebi, who I love, who I adore, who might be my favorite Pokemon of all time. But yeah, that's Gen 2. I'm going to go to bed now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.